What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another installment of Tony's Take. All right, so we got the PS4 Pro in November, right? And, it promised to have 4K graphics, right? And performance boost for some games. Now, the thing about the PS4 Pro is if you own a 4K TV, you're pretty well off, right? Because you're going to get games kind of coming close to 4K with the whole checkerboard thing and HDR, which I know it's also available on normal PS4. But, if you have a PS4 Pro, if you have a 4K TV with HDR enabled, you're getting like, the maximum experience you possibly can, right? Problem has always been, if you have a PS4 Pro and a 1080p TV, you don't really get too much. Now, I'm a guy, I actually do own a PS4 Pro, but I just have a regular television, right? To be honest, there's not really much of a difference that I visually see when I play these games on the 1080p television. They look exactly the same, right? There are some games, Tomb Raider, both of the infamous games, Second Son and First Light. What's the other one I'm thinking about? Hitman, it just came out. And there's another one that they basically, Neo, they allow you to have unlocked frame rates, right? Some of them actually go all the way up to 60 frames, right? That's cool because that's performance boost, and that's something you could actually feel in the game and see visually, right? That shit is cool, but unfortunately a lot of games don't offer this, right? Now it seems like the PS4 Pro may be worth it more to people who own 1080p televisions, right? So right now the beta for firmware update 4.50, Sasuke as they call it, that's out right now. Some people are beta testing it, and they're testing out a bunch of features. These features include external hard drive functionality, the ability to change your background to whatever you want, and a bunch of other little cool things, right? Now, all this shit is posted on PlayStation's site, PlayStation blog. I'll link it down below. But the one feature that PlayStation isn't talking about, which I feel is actually like the big deal here, is this quote-unquote boost mode that was discovered by beta testers, right? So boost mode, and let me pull up this article real quick so I could read exactly what it says. This is a statement from Sony, because remember, these guys, the beta testers found it, but there was no official word from Sony, right? But now they actually did announce something. I'm reading this from The Verge. I'm going to read exactly what it says. When activated, boost mode, quote-unquote, lets PS4 Pro run at a higher GPU and CPU clock speed in order to improve gameplay on some PS4 games that were released before the launch of PS4 Pro. Games that have a variable frame rate may benefit from a high frame rate, and load times may be shorter in some cases too. All right, so one of the videos that is going around right now is, and I actually used this video in my post that I did for Geek.com, was somebody showed Evil Within, running without boost mode and with boost mode. It's very important to keep in mind that Evil Within was the game that was released well before anybody even heard of the PS4 Pro. Maybe the PS4 Pro was in development, it probably was, but this game was not intended to be played on the PS4 Pro, but it benefits from this boost mode, right? Because basically any game that isn't locked down to 30 frames, if they have a variable frame rate or unlocked frame rate, it's going to get boosted up by this. And if you see the video, it doesn't go up to 60 frames a second, right? Exactly. But it definitely gets more than 30, which is still a lot, right? The only thing about this is this thing specifically says that, you have to be careful when using boost mode because some games may experience like glitches or whatever, right? And that kind of makes sense because, again, I'm not a tech guy or whatever, but some of my friends that are tech guys, they said that basically what this thing is doing, boost mode is doing, is overclocking the, the CPU and the GPU on the PS4 Pro, which means it's, probably going to cause some kind of overheating. It's definitely going to run hotter than it's supposed to, and all this other shit. So people really need to be careful when using this for games that weren't exactly optimized to be running, at a higher frame rate, right? But still, I think it's a really big deal, and hopefully this means that even games that aren't specifically patched to have like 60 frames a second or just high frame rates will be able to benefit from this. I just hope, doesn't murder PlayStation 4s out there. That would be horrible, right? But yeah, the Sasuke update, to me, this is the big deal. Like, yeah, I understand that, being able to plug in an external hard drive and being able to play games off of that is very cool, but let's just be honest, right? As PlayStation owners, we never had that ability before, so it's not exactly something that I think people are really asking for. I could be completely wrong this, but you know what, I'm talking about myself. This is a feature I've never really asked for, and I probably will not use it ever. Like, you know, I have a 2 terabyte hard drive now in my PS4 Pro. I think I'm good. And then just using like an external hard drive to play your games seems a little weird to me, so I probably won't use it. But this boost mode, this beast mode, I'm using that shit. You better believe that, you know. I hope that somebody like comes up with a list of games that you could use with this and, you know, safely use with this. I'm assuming that's probably going to happen. You know how diligent the internet is, right? But still, very exciting news coming from PlayStation, and I can't wait to try this out for myself. Hopefully, they'll roll out this, you know, firmware update fairly soon. I'm imagining they will. They'll probably do it before, you know, whatchamacallit, Horizon Zero Dawn comes out, right? Crazy shit. All right, so yeah, this was just a quick little Tony's take that I wanted to do for you guys. I wanted to record it earlier, but I was like super busy. Like I was telling you in our first video here, I'm gonna try to do these as much as possible, but it has to be when I can do them, you know, because your boy's busy, man. And also, since I have you here, please do yourself a favor and check out the latest episode of Throwdown. We had Hip Hop Gamer on. He was telling us all about his feud with IGN concerning the review of Resident Evil 7. This episode was fucking hilarious, especially like the last half an hour of it when we started just cracking jokes and stuff. Brilliant shit. That's what Throwdown's all about, man. And that's pretty much that. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure to hit like on it. You can even hit unlike on it. It's all good. But definitely spread the word. Subscribe to the channel and comment. Let me know what you think about Beast Mode on PS4 Pro. That's what I'm calling this shit now. Beast Mode. All right, people. I'll see you next time. Later.